chicken named Babe has encountered some frost-bitten feet, so we had to look after that immediately. It's been very interesting this past week. We've had a major cold snap coming through the region, and all the girls are cold. Even though we've got heaters in their coops and stuff like that, it's been minus 22 degrees Celsius here, and yeah, so we're doing everything we can to keep them warm. But Babe, being the newbie in the coop, is also being, well, she's being pecked on and told where her place is, which is nowhere near the water and nowhere near the food. But it looks like where she was standing, that she was standing by the water, which was like the bedding was wet. So her feet were there and they were literally stuck. But she couldn't move her toes. She couldn't close them. They were frozen solid. So what I had to do was bring Babe in, and I filled up the sink in the bathroom with cool water, not warm to cool, just to start getting the ice that was actually frozen to the bottom of her foot. Chunks of ice was frozen, so it was also in the joint, so that was frozen in there and locking it up. So anyway, I got the ice off of her feet, and then as soon as it was happening, there was some showings of blood, and so that tells me, okay, so we've got some circulation going on, so that is good. We want the circulation going, and I think I caught her in time before she got any severe frostbite where skin could potentially die off. She does have a blister. I showed you there, or I'll show you, I mean, the video here of the blister. Okay, so do you see where that blister is right between her toes? Now, that's I'm just gonna have to let that kind of run its course. So yeah, it's her feet are swollen. She looks like she got a little bit of frostbite on her comb, just on the tips. Just a little bit, but not a whole lot. It looks more like the pecking scars of the girls that are just kind of making sure she knows where her place is. But anyway, I'm gonna keep her in the brooder here overnight, just kind of monitor her and see how it's going. She may have to be here for a couple days. We'll see. I checked on the new girls that I put in there. They seem to be okay. So like I said, I'm just keeping a good eye on them. They do have a black light, which just gives off heat. And I think I made a mistake also. The mistake that I think I made was removing the bedding that was in there, because I hadn't changed it in September, maybe October, and I was just adding the bedding, which is because I have a deep litter bed method that usually gives off heat. So I think I made a mistake by removing that and changing their litter when I should have just kept it there and just kept adding fresh wood shavings. So learn from my mistakes. I'll make sure that I don't repeat that mistake again, unfortunately. But anyway, so I've got that regret going on right now. We have had a lot of snow falling, and we've got more snow falling again. If you didn't see my last video, be sure to go check that out. But we got hit hard. That's what the video is called. We got hit hard and moved the new girls into the big coop. Anyway, we got 58 centimeters, and today we're supposed to get another 10 to 15. By the looks of it, as big as those flakes are, it looks like more like 20. So I don't know where you're at, where you're living. If you're living in Florida, I'm kidding. Or somewhere where there's nice and hot and you don't even see snow. But no, I like the snow, but it's just, you know, when you're dealing with animals and stuff like that, you really got to make sure that they're comfortable and warm, and the water keeps freezing in their waterers. And so I'm going to be investing in the plug-ins. And so we're going to get them tonight when Joe comes home from work. So as soon as Joe gets home with those waterers, then I will bring you along and show you these jugs and see how they work. And cross fingers, because also underneath this snow, my pathway, because after the big snowfall that we had freezing rain. It made a nice sheet of ice, and so when I'm walking, and now with it snowing, I'm slip sliding everywhere. So I need a pair of skates. And I almost did a face plant today when I was going to give them fresh water this morning. Yeah, I probably could have caught it on tape, but I didn't. At the top, yeah. We're almost there. This cold snap is crazy. We're all dying of thirst.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Ma'am. Here's water.
Oh, I was just trying to stick their head in to get in there.
Too bad that wouldn't work.
I had to switch it because the plug, because it seems like it's slipping out.
That's
There's
the
a black
heating
dial
pad.
thing. Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That's the heating element underneath? Okay, well, it doesn't seem to
But
be
yeah,
giving
you're
it
right.
much
It
water.
doesn't seem to come out that much.
There's next to nothing coming out.
For $80, it better be doing something.
Take a drink. So it's the next day, or actually 2 days. Thought I was going to be able to get footage to show you the new waterers for them, the heated ones, and terrible lighting. But anyway, not important. But we're in day 2 of Babe's frostbite, and we did catch her on time, but she has had some damage, and I'll show you some footage here. So yeah, as you can see, she's got some damage. This is probably going to be about a 4 to 6 week healing process inside before I can even think of putting her back outside with the other girls. She's also lost some weight, so she's fairly skinny. So I don't think that she was eating all that much. She's been out there with the girls for about 3 weeks now, maybe even a month. I was just trying to think how long she was out there. And then when I let her out a week and a half ago, I think it was, and when I put her in with everybody else. But anyway, when I found her, she was in the corner of the coop, and the bedding was really, really wet. I had put the new chicks in the separation part where she was. Their water was right by where she's at. The bottom of my water for them, for the new chicks, is broken, so that there was a hairline crack in the bottom which was leaking water, and she was standing right in that and not moving. For how long that she was there, this is day 2, like I said, and she is now, like, there's some blisters going on, and they have kind of popped on their own. and their skin is starting to peel, and you don't want to peel that away. Just let nature take its course. But I have put on, we got a product in Mary Kay, extra emollient night cream, and really it's just like a beeswax and mineral oil, and I put that on her feet just to give her some relief. I don't want her pecking or anything like that at her feet, which she could, and sometimes they do that. I'm grateful that I caught it when I did. This could have been a lot more serious than it is. Now, it is a very serious situation right now, and I have to keep an eye on her with her feet, with infection and everything. So what you look for is seepage and some blood. Well, because these blisters are popping, she's getting, a bit of that seepage and some blood. Well, we want to keep an eye on that so it's not turning like a yellowish green, like an infection would. So I'm keeping an eye on that. So far, it's been clear fluid that's coming out. I haven't seen any like gooey pus coming out of it or anything like that. I know it sounds gross, but I swear I probably should have been either, I've always said I should have been a vet or a homicide detective because I love both. But anyway, so I'm just kind of keeping an eye on that. If there is any kind of infection, then I'll have to think of what to do after that. We don't normally do away with a chicken, and I don't have any vets around here that look after farm animals. So I don't know. Kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place there. So anyway, that's where I'm at. She's been starting to eat more and drink more as well, so that's a good sign that she is eating and she is drinking. At the beginning there, she was not interested in anything at the time, so I just kind of gave her the night to chill out after I warmed her feet up. I went online, and like we always do, and I read some information that like even a chicken will, when it comes to pain relief and stuff like that, they act as if nothing is bothering them. They don't give you any kind of signs if they are in pain. Now, mind you, when I put her in yesterday into the water, into the Epsom salts to help the swelling, it's a good idea to soak their feet for at least 10 to 20 minutes in some warm water with Epsom salts in it. And so she did kind of like her feet kind of pulled away a little bit. So I figured, okay, that might be too warm for her. So I cooled it off, and then she seemed to be fine after that. So that just kind of told me I might have had it too warm. And, but yeah, so, and then today I soaked her feet and she was fine. No problems at all. She just standing there, let me do whatever I'm going to do. I didn't do any rubbing or anything like that. I just soaked them, and then I put some more of that cream on her feet. I also put down, because I read that they really shouldn't. It should be a clean surface, and if she's in straw or wood shavings or anything like that, it could really bother their feet. And you want it nice and clean, so there could be dirt and bacteria and chicken poop and all that stuff. So keep the area that the chicken is in, where he or she might be quarantined. If you are going through something like this, make sure that your quarantine area is really nice and clean. So I just laid down some tissue paper and newspaper and things like that, and I've just been picking up after her every time she poops and stuff. So that's all I'm really doing, and just kind of keeping an eye on things for her. So we'll see how it goes, and yeah. But I think she's going to be fine. I also read that not only is this going to be 4 to 6 weeks inside, it can take up to 6 months of full recovery, and new skin being overgrown and things like that, replaced or renewed. So this is going to be a long process for her. A long process. Oh boy. Anyway, so that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for stopping by and just hanging out with me. I hope you've had a great week so far. I guess I'll keep you posted in the next videos. So with that, we will see you in the next video. Have an awesome day. Have an awesome week. God bless. And we'll see you again, like I said, in the next video. Bye for now, guys.